Why did SIIM feel like it was important to devote an entire learning track to SIP career development?
Well, I think that for the last few years, SIM's been focusing on how to help people get the certification. So the focus has been about boot camps and new people coming in trying to understand what it's going to take to get the Certified Imaging Informatics Professional Certification. But now I think we're starting to reach a little bit of a critical mass where people actually have the certification and they're trying to think about what to do next, right? So there's a number of really interesting and I think disruptive trends going on in healthcare today regarding imaging, such as EMR integration. How am I going to get images linked with the EMR? What's the right images? How do we make sure that the clinicians are seeing exactly what they need to see? How about image sharing? New CDs are sort of getting ready to go away, so there's an interesting focus on new ways to get images into the enterprise or the healthcare enterprise, and also new images through image sharing projects to get images out of the enterprise back to patients' personal health records. Lots of new RIS systems and new radiology information systems, but not just in radiology. Other ologies information systems are starting to come into play as everyone moves to EMRs. And lots of other departments are trying to understand how to do, digital imaging more effectively. And so I think that IIPs are the perfect candidates to do just exactly these sorts of things, where they're perfectly trained, they have all the background and the abilities to understand the technical piece and the workflow piece. And so I think the reason that this is so important at SIIM this year is it starts to talk about the story of what's the value of the IIP certification. And as part of that, you're going to hear from real IIPs to hear what they do, what their roles are. We're also going to hear about career development, which is essentially how do you take your role as an individual contributor in the organization and move it to one who's maybe going down the management path or basically functioning at a different level in the different role in the organization. And lastly, you're going to hear from CIOs, and the CIOs are going to talk about the real value from their perspective of this certification. So I think there's a number of really interesting things going on, and the value of the IIP, I think, as the person who can help healthcare organizations and help guide them through these sorts of really cool and disruptive technologies. I think it's going to be a great session, and I hope you come.